All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here talking real music in real time for a few real people out there just like you, just like me. All right, before I get going on this video, this album here by this band, Mickey and the Motor Cars. Check it out. Long time coming. Combination of, say, like the Eagles, Tom Petty, the Rolling Stones. There's all kinds of influences here. Hard to really pigeonhole these guys. And a lot of this music coming out of West Texas sort of has its own thing going on. Yeah, it's country. Yeah, it's roots, but it has elements of rock and roll in there. And I really like it. So Mickey and the Motor Cars, again, it's kind of hard to see this album. You order these albums and the band's probably shocked. They're like, okay, we didn't spend a lot of money in packaging. Yeah, I want to show this in a video. They're not making albums for me to showcase in videos so you can see them. But I'm talking about it because it's really good. So again, Stones, Petty, Eagles. Speaking of the Eagles, right? They are adding shows, adding more shows to their Hotel California never-ending tour. Like 45 years of Hotel. Is that how much it is? From 77 to 22? Yeah, I think the math might be right there. I think it's, yeah, it's like 45 years. It's just crazy incredible. Could be more than, could be what? Yeah, 45. So people are showing up still, and they say, due to overwhelming demand, the band will be playing 6 more shows in the US in November. Those dates for you people who just have to go see the Eagles with a full orchestra and choir: November 15th in St. Louis, November 17th in Des Moines, November 19th in New Orleans, November 21st in Birmingham, November 23rd in Kansas City, and then November 25th in Fort Worth. Tickets go on sale today. There are a limited number of VIP packages, so you better get cracking if you want to see the Eagles. The band's current lineup includes founding singer, drummer, only original member Don Henley, longtime guitarist Joe Walsh, and bassist Timothy B. Schmidt. Every time I say his name, I think I'm doing something wrong. Tim Schmidt, by the way, put out a great solo album this year. Great. I mean, it's like top notch. It's what the Eagles should be doing if they were putting out a new album. In radio stations, you know, Tim Schmidt deserves to be on the radio. I mean, you should play something else other than I Can't Tell You Why, because that's all they play with Tim's voice on it. It's just pathetic, but that's what radio does these days. Of course, Tim had a few other songs with the band. He didn't sing a lot of lead vocals, so I get it. But he sung stuff on that Hell Freezes Over. I think one of those got on the radio for a while. And then The Long Winding Road Out of Eden. I put winding in there. Tim was prominent on that as well. Of course, Tim sang lead vocals for Poco, and nobody plays Poco. They play 2 songs by Poco. I'm sorry. They played 2. I'm just going off on all kinds of tangents. So the Eagles, to me, though, haven't solved the Glenn Frey problem that they have. And the reason I say problem is because Tim Schmidt sounds like Vince Gill. Vince Gill is in the band, and they make a big deal about Vince Gill. And a lot of people love Vince Gill, and I get it. And I think they even they perform a Vince Gill song, which I think they should probably stick to singing Eagles songs. I mean, Vince Gill singing New Kid in Town, it's not the same. I mean, they had Deacon Frey. Deacon looked like his dad. He kind of sounded like his dad here and there. But it was more like for visual effect, because here he is wearing the Dodgers jersey, looking like his dad back in 1977, you know, and this is the Eagles Hotel California tour. It's just a great visual for fans who've been around that long, who would like to relive those moments back in the 70s. But even in Eagles tribute bands, it's really difficult to find one of those bands that has somebody that even sort of sounds like Glenn Frey. And to me, I don't know if it's a really hard voice to duplicate or replicate, but I would do the casting call. Hey, if you sound like Glenn Frey, come audition. Can you play guitar, rhythm guitar, something, piano? Come and audition for the Eagles, right? Or Eagles. I say the Eagles, and I know everybody says Eagles, like in print, but I can't get away from that, so I apologize. Anyway, I just think that these guys aren't really making an effort anymore. They've got the fans. They know the fans are going to show up. All of the vocals blending together sounds great. I'm not going to lie. These guys still sound really good. Henley still can do it. He's a little creaky, a little different vocally than he used to be, but he's pretty close. He's pretty close. I listened to a whole bunch of stuff, and I wanted to pick it apart because I thought it wasn't going to be any good. And it ended up being pretty good. And this is the thing about Eagles, is I don't think they would go out on tour knowing Don Henley being the perfectionist he is. I don't think they'd go out on tour if they weren't able to do a decent show. I just think you need a Glenn Frey. Glenn's gone, but you need somebody who can sound like Glenn, not just look like Glenn, and maybe that's why Deacon isn't in this band anymore. He left under somewhat mysterious circumstances, I would say. But bottom line here is that, if you're going to continue, and they are, it appears that due to popular demand, they're not going to stop. And I think after the dates that they had, or before the dates that they just added, they're going up to Canada, I think, for a number of dates that weren't there before. So there's demand. There's supply, and then there's demand. And apparently they can charge whatever they want for tickets, and people are just going to snatch them up. So they've created quite a juggernaut. Irving Azoff, the brainchild of everything, Eagles, continues to do really well with this aging band that apparently has at least 9 lives and maybe a couple more after this. We don't know. I still think they should try to figure out something when it comes to the Glenn songs. They really need somebody who sounds like Glenn, but that's just my opinion. So anyway, folks, if you want to get your tickets, you better start, punching those numbers and getting online and using your phones and calling people. I think most people probably do this via just a few clicks or an app or something. I don't know. I look at the prices and I just shake my head. I was kind of interested in going to see Foreigner, believe it or not, because I've been defending them a lot lately, and I figured I'd go in person and see what happens with the whole Mick Jones, will he show up and all that stuff. And tickets are just stupid. Even the cheap seats are stupid, and they're kind of nosebleed. And then, I'm still going to end up paying like $200 after the fees. And I'm like, no, I just don't want to do that. There's not a $40 or $50 ticket in sight. It's just really depressing. So, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. One more time on, thought I lost a CD here. Mickey and the Motor Cars. Check these guys out, really. I mean, seriously. They've got 9 albums total, and my guess is you'll probably find something that you like. And this is the kind of music that would be a continuation of these bands that are aging, right? You need somebody to come up through the ranks, and radio needs to start supporting that kind of music. It doesn't appear that they're going to do that. So people will go pay, $600 to see the Eagles and Eagles. Sorry, I did it again. And no Glenn Frey, no Don Felder either. Forgot about Don Felder. But yeah, that's my video. See you soon.